great.
So how's it feel to be like the senior guy on the team? You're the guy that everybody looks up to now.
And it's weird because I feel like I just got here. I just put this jersey on for the first time. I feel like it happened 2 weeks ago. So I mean, it feels weird, but I'm ready for it. I think the guys that have been here before me, the guys that I looked up to, prepared me for this moment. So.
Sort of I would say your coming out moment was in the ACC tournament in the second half when you played that 8-minute stretch defensively on Brogdon, I believe it was. I remember talking to you afterward about, you kind of had this look like, oh my gosh, I'm actually here doing this stuff now. Can you go back to that moment and sort of translate the experience that you had since then?
I've had so many more experiences where I'm like, man, I'm playing at North Carolina since then. Sometimes I still can't wrap my head around it. Just to be able to be here and put this jersey on and play at this university for this school has been big. But going back and looking back and this whole thing's been a blur. So like, I can't tell you what I was feeling or what was going through my head at that moment because. So much has happened since then. So.
Coach Williams said that the sophomore big men have improved, but they're not where he wants them to be. What have you seen from them, and where do you think they still have room for improvement?
He just wants them to give a little bit more. They definitely improved. I would say more so on the defensive end, getting things like guarding ball screens, and when we give them the ball in the post, they can definitely score better. But he just wants more effort out of them. Just the effort plays, offensive rebounds, running the floor, things like that. Little things that they can easily flip the switch on and turn around. It's just a matter of them getting in their head to do it.
Some big shoes to fill at point guard. How do you see that shaking out?
Sev and Kobe are doing a great job, and he's throwing Leaky in there some. Of course, it isn't going to be the scoring that Joe brought. I think Joe averaged 17 points. But we've got guys to fill that. It doesn't need to come from that position. I don't think they feel like they need to come in and score 17 points a night. They've done a great job of stepping into the role and just doing what Coach wanted them to do, Coach needs them to do, running the team, and when the opportunity is there, they can score the ball. So
2 years ago, it was redemption. Theo last year made a big point of saying it. Why not? What is the slogan this year, or is it too soon to have one because of the new parts?
I would say it's too soon. Honestly, we haven't even thought about any kind of slogan. I think that was more Theo's thing. we might have to call him and ask him. But we haven't thought about it yet, about what we're going to be saying for the majority of the year.
What do you like about the three freshmen just in general, how they kind of mesh with you guys? Because it's a long season, you spend a lot of time together. What kind of chemistry do you guys have developing?
I think we got a great chemistry going so far. I mean, they've all been open. They've been able to be themselves, and we welcome that, and they've just fit in great in the locker room and on the court. They haven't come in and try to steal the spotlight or anything. They've just tried to figure out how to fit in and done it to the best of their abilities, and they're doing a great job with it.
Ken, you got lucky on 2K, but what are you most excited about for this upcoming season? What are you most looking forward to?
It's a lot, man. I can't pinpoint one thing, honestly. It's just I'm really excited about just going out there and going to war. I could say I'm excited about the freshmen, I'm excited about sophomore bigs, but I'm just excited about everybody because I've seen all summer the kind of work that everybody's put in and the amount of hours that we've been in the gym together. And I've gotten to the point where you get to the point where you're ready to go up against somebody else, and I've definitely passed that point. So I'm just ready to get out there and go to war with with my brothers, with the teammates, instead of going against them every day.
What's the mission?
A national championship. It doesn't change whether we won it last year or 2 years ago. It just doesn't change. We want to put another thing up here, and that's the ultimate goal. Every year we step on this court for practice.
How much could you tell the hip was bothering Cam all this time before the surgery? Was it obvious, something he talked about much, or?
No, I mean, we knew that it bothered him, but he never really talked about it. And honestly, I couldn't really tell, because I guess I didn't pay attention to it, or I didn't know what he could do without the hip bothering him. So I really honestly couldn't tell a difference.
Can you tell a difference now? I mean, it sounds like he's had time to recover from the surgery and feels pretty good by all accounts.
Yeah, he's definitely being more aggressive on both ends of the floor, and you can kind of tell that also.
What's it been like to start the new season now without Joel Berry and Theo Pinson, for the first time that you've been here?
It's been a little bit different, because you get so used to seeing certain people on the floor and what they bring to the team. It's just a different feel when they're not here anymore. But we've done a great job of filling those shoes. Whether it be on the court and the locker room, we still have that team chemistry. We've always had. Everybody jokes around, and we've just done a great job of filling the spaces that they left, although they are pretty big spaces.
And how are you trying to fill those gaps?
Just on the court, myself, I've tried to be more of a vocal leader. Where guys needed help or they just needed some guidance, I've tried to be there for them. And in terms of playing, it's easy to fill that space playing, because you can just go all out, give everything you have, and it'll all work out. But it's harder to do it off the court and filling that leadership role that they left.
You started last season on fire, and through the Tennessee game, you were shooting like 60% or something from three. Then you went in sort of about a month-long slump. What did you do in the season, or what can you do to sort of guard against having that little inconsistency there? Because you ended up finding yourself, but is there something you can do to kind of keep that from happening? I know that's a hard question to answer. But.
I don't know, because I said it during the season, it's just a matter of the ball wasn't going in. I wasn't doing anything differently. I wasn't shooting the ball differently. I didn't feel like I was rushing myself. It just wasn't going in. And like you said, it started going in again. So I think the best thing for me to do is just keep my confidence high. Don't let it waver, and just continue to believe in myself.
So, some people might believe that you have to do something different, but really you learn to trust yourself and trust your skill.
I mean, I've spent enough time. I've taken enough shots to trust my mechanics, and don't go away from that. And if I stick to my mechanics and what I've been working on, then the shots will eventually start to fall.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Last one, I got to take it.
What do you expect out of your?
Just trying to become a better player.